Chiori. Now, I don't know anything about Chiori. I know she was in the Fontaine, one of the past events in Fontaine, but I didn't play that event because it would have been spoilers for me. I wasn't even in Fontaine at the time. So I know absolutely nothing about Chiori other than what I saw in like her character demo and her character team. She just looks like a very strong, independent woman, and I love that. So we're gonna go and hang out with Chiori today and see what she's all about. When they talk about tonight, where honed blades clash, a fashion festival is being held in Fontaine. You and Paimon decided to check it out for yourselves. Let's go see what Chiori's up to.
It seems like there's another event going on at the court of Fontaine. Look at that. Roadside signs as far as the eye can see.
I can see Chiori.
Let's see what they're for. Fontaine Fashion Week?
Is there gonna be like a show?
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, Paimon. Didn't mean to cut you off there. I didn't realize you were still gonna talk.
Is this really okay?
Dude, her outfit is so good.
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori boutique dress for my wedding.
She's famous.
I really thought the chance had passed me by.
She's super famous. And look at this person back here. What are you wearing?
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
It is Chiori. We haven't met her. I know nothing about her. Like zippity doodahs. I remember I got into a little bit of trouble with the China community because they said that they thought Chiori should have been more submissive and like her character teaser, her character demo, or whatever it was. And I said, I love a strong, independent woman and blah, blah, blah. And then, I got kind of like yelled at and stuff like that because they actually didn't want her. They wanted her removed from the game. There were some comments that said that they wanted her removed from the game just because she was such a strong-willed character. And I'm like, that's bullcrap, dude. Like, come on. Perhaps it's because of Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done.
The
first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
She's excited to get married. What do you expect, Chiori? Dude, her outfit's one of the best in the game, in my opinion. There's just so much so many little details that are going on in her outfit. It's so good.
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your
Hi.
shop today.
And the hair, like, look at her hair.
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
How are you?
Anything you're looking
What
for
are we up
today?
to?
A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid.
You're something. We actually wanted to ask about Fontaine Fashion Week.
That. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But
What would you call it?
certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
What would you call it?
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous Fashion Week that her label first took off.
She's a businesswoman.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction.
I do not buy clothes for fit or style. I buy clothes for comfort. The baggier, the better. Give me the shorts and the t-shirts and the cutoffs and all that stuff. No. Fit and style? No. The bigger, the better.
Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, Fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought.
You don't want me to do any fashion.
All that complicated stuff aside,
No.
you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Okay.
Ooh,
Her outfit's so
Are you
good.
using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics.
I was gonna say, she's
The
from
textures are
Inazuma,
pleasant
right?
to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh. Something like that. Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
I mean, you never know, treasure hoarders.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Okay. Who?
Excuse me.
Kirara?
Coming through!
Hey! It is Kirara! Yo! I called it. Kirara. Hey, let's go. Amazon girl.
Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so...
Hey!
Really sorry.
She's so cute. I'm glad she's part of this.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has indeed. How about a game of Genius Invocation TCG? No, because I have never played TCG. It has indeed.
This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it?
It's fine.
Oh, you somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
You're fine.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Trouble.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Got lost? Is there not like Google Maps or something? What do they use? Why is your tails like going crazy over here?
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine.
Okay.
They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komani Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
You.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Why? Why would you want fabric?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Ooh. Ooh. Chiori. Straight up calling out Kirara. Look at those eyes, dude. Man, they're menacing. Oh, she's lying again. Her tails are wagging.
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Oh, Kirara, come on.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. All right, I'll talk. So, I kind of wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chiori Boutique's delivery.
Ooh, who's that?
And who might this person be?
Yeah.
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Dang, Chiori's hardcore. Love it. She's like, I will murder somebody.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the
That's
name
so
of
good.
Uther.
Uther. No, that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this Uther guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
He's a rival fashionista. Love it.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uther, however, just has it out for me as a designer.
Okay.
He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
Yeah, he's threatened by you. That's what it is. He's intimidated by you. I'd be intimidated by Chiori too. I'm not gonna lie. She's scary.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
I just love how aggressive she is.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
She's one of those people that's like, you know, fuck around and find out. I can see her saying that to someone, you know?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Chiori! Wait!
Kirara, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And she's gone.
Yeah, she is.
Oh no. What should we do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
She can handle herself, I think.
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will fuel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week. Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me?
Sure.
As a formal employee of Komania Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
Sure thing. No problem. You're so cute, Kirara, sorry. Yes.
We'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uther guy's safety.
When they talk about tonight, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Hang on. Hey, it's Chev!
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Oh, we're getting all kinds of like cameos from people. Chev! It's my first time like doing anything with her too. Really? I don't know anything about Chev.
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that.
Look at her. I love her design too. She's like the evil pirate police or something. Are those headphones? Is she wearing headphones around her neck? Dude, her design is so good too. I feel like the designs of these characters have gotten better and better over time. Fontaine's has been lit.
Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Hi, Chev. How's it going? You're terrifying too. Both of you are terrifying.
Chevreuse, we meet again.
Are you out on patrol? Has everything been going well?
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made. I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Okay.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
And see, that was the event that I didn't get to play. It was available to me to play, but I haven't finished Fontaine, and there were spoilers during that event about what had happened in Fontaine during the Archon quest. So I didn't get to play that event. One of my mods played it for me. So I don't know anything about Chiori or Chev. So I'm looking forward to this and getting to know them a little bit better.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Ooh,
Have I ever made a bad call?
they seem like they're best friends.
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Okay. A man hired
I
a
love
group
that
of
she said
bandits
okay.
to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
I love how she said okay. She was like just so fed up. She's like, okay, whatever.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
That's a good idea, Chiori. I like it.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Oh, this is great.
All right. Where is this person?
This interaction is great. It's really showing her personality. Both of them, but Chiori's more so than anything.
Follow me.
Oh man, she is an ass kicker, dude. She is such an ass kicker. I love that.
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
I love it, like the quotation. I'll go have a. They should have put chat in quotation marks. I'll go have a chat with him.
You know, Chevreuse, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
Yeah, they seem like besties.
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Okay, I like it.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well.
With
We've
clothes?
got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example.
I wonder what kind of music Chev would listen to here. Right? It looks like she's wearing headphones around like her neck. What kind of music do you think Chev likes? She seems like she'd be like a My Chemical Romance, 30 Seconds to Mars, Bullet for My Valentine type person.
The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Maripede.
Yeah, we've been there. It's not fun.
But put them in a
Well, it
clothing
was, but-
boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or
True.
show off how much they know about other people.
True.
Nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
Huh, Paimon gets it now.
Those are like the best relationships. I'm not gonna lie. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
They're discussing things?
Huh? Uther, you say?
Yeah, that guy. Is he a big boy? How big is he?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior.
Uh-oh.
So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Chiori's gonna beat him up.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uther's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Bring it in. We're gonna huddle up, put our hands in.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Chiori kicking his ass. Chiori just kicking his ass. Let's go. I love it.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity? Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again.
She's not wrong.
It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Dude, the voice acting for her is top tier. Whoever acted Chiori, 10 out of 10. Like, we can really hear that aggressiveness and your anger in your voice. I love that.
Oh, And if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Chiori?
Chev, just let her do her thing, man. Oh, she's awesome. Now I do regret not pulling for her.
Officer, an assault's in progress. Please, officer, you've got to do something.
Chev's gonna be like, well, sorry.
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
She's gonna be like, yeah, whatever. Chiori's badass, dude.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Ooh, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing.
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
Yeah, or she's gonna have to come back and have another chat with you.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
Such incredible strength, such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. Doing
This is
anything
awesome.
too out of line.
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, we're in his house or whatever, but still.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
And she's not a tattletale.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety.
True, that is true. I get where she's going.
Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
Oh no. Now what?
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Chev's like, no thanks.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I?
Can you imagine these two drinking beer together? Like getting drunk, right? That would be an amazing interaction.
It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Look at these dogs, man. We need a petting animation.
We're back.
Hey, Kirara, how are you doing? Everything's fine. You can go back to doing your job. Nobody will touch you anymore.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
No, nothing at all.
There's nothing to worry about.
You'll be fine.
All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
Kirara's so sweet.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rasula can take the second half.
Ooh, Navia! Is she gonna be part of this quest?
With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
Yeah, let's go, Navia.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing, for my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
There you go. Since she's already talked about talk to the patrol, just think of it as you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of situation.
Yes, well put.
Yeah.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
It'll be fine. Don't worry, Kirara.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
They
But
are,
of
yeah.
course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
Yeah, she wants to become Miss Worldwide. Like, child.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed?
Mm-hmm.
It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's
She
the
sleeps
deal,
in trees?
Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
Yeah. Do you want us to hand out, like, flyers or something?
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
But she's gonna put us to work.
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me?
Oh,
Simply
yeah.
put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah, do you need us for the runway too? Can we keep the outfits?
Most of the
Oh, yeah.
clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision. They're not exactly suitable for ready-to-wear use. If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. They'll
Discount.
even give you a special discount.
Discount.
Ooh, sounds great. Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know.
Formal wear.
Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Okay.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's not a little kid.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Chiori, we're here.
Good morning. How are you?
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Well, this is the time you told me to be here.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Okay.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think
Look
she
at
was some sort of
Navia.
VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself.
Look at Navia back there with her sunglasses. She's like, yep, here we go.
They took care to
So
clear
good.
the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara.
Hey.
An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Yeah.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
I want some macarons.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
Yeah, but I would say Chiori is a little bit more aggressive than Navia. Navia is a little bit more like emotional. Do you know what I mean? Like sensitive. Chiori's like, don't mess with me. Okay, I will punch you in the face. I will kick you in the throat. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity.
That is true.
That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit for my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat.
I just want comfy clothes. Comfy clothes. See, I feel like her design is awesome, but I feel like it just wouldn't be a comfortable outfit. You know what I mean?
Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to model.
Yeah, let's try on some clothes.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I
Where's
go
the
retrieve
changing
some
room?
fabrics and sample outfits.
Ooh,
Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
sure thing.
Set them up. How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Okay,
Whoa, there sure is a lot
Pretty.
that goes into running a store.
pretty outfits.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Okay, all done. It's all set up, Chiori. I did a good job. Are you at least paying me minimum wage or what?
You might just have an eye for design. Anyway,
don't know about that.
let's move on to the real task at hand.
Okay.
Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Oh, customer.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Wait, were you the one from the beginning that had the wedding dress
Good morning,
thing?
Anne. How have you been recently?
Right?
Not too bad.
What's wrong?
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
What's the matter?
Oh, no, nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
No, why?
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed?
You know what happened?
It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
I wonder what happened
Don't worry about
with
it.
her.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Mm-hmm. Us too, Leanne. What happened?
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now?
Oh yeah, she was
I
acting
wonder why she wouldn't
way
tell
strange.
us why she was canceling her order.
What happened?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all.
Yeah.
Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true.
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Okay. We're trying on clothes.
Is
Now
Miss
what?
Chiori in?
Now what? Now what do you want?
I am. How can I help you?
Yeah, what is it?
I'd like to return this item.
What is the deal with everybody returning their stuff? She canceled her order. You want to bring something back. What?
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
What is going on? I know what's going on. It's the guy, Uther, right? Uther, is that his name? What a stupid name, by the way. Uther, you know, it's him. He's going around finding out who her customers are, and he's like, I'm gonna murder you if you don't like ask for refunds and you know, cancel your orders and all that stuff. It's that guy.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
We're gonna have to go have another quote unquote chat with this dude.
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
What is going on, man? What is happening?
Another one?
Do you guys have receipts? Okay.
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
You know what's going on, Chiori. You know what's going on. It's Uther. Uther.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
Oh, Chiori's gonna go out and have a chat with that guy.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
All over the papers. Where's Charlotte? I bet you Charlotte didn't write that story.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
You know who?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
You know who? You know who?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Ooh. Ooh.
Elof!
Ooh. Chiori's pissed.
Miss Chiori?
Elof.
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
All right.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening.
Chiori.
These
They
rumors.
couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here
Who
is to
started it,
divert
though?
my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
Yeah. It had to be Uther.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
Miss Chiori, bad news.
Oh no, now what? Now what? Now what? Bad news.
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go on. What's the matter now?
Chiori's pissed.
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What is going on, man?
No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
They're trying to cut her off from everything.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
This is bad.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
This is real bad.
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Yeah.
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
What are we gonna do?
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Where's Charlotte? She needs to put another story in the paper about Chiori.
Alof, you stay and watch
Give
the
her a
shop.
call.
I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Quote unquote talk. She's gonna strong arm him. We'll go with you. Maybe we'll be able to find out what happened.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
She's gonna go have a talk with them.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
Oh, let's go. She's so good. I love it. All right, let's go have a chat with this guy. Quote unquote chat. Knock knock.
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori.
Open up.
We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Here we go. What's going on, bro?
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
No. That's not her style.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days, I never even read the others.
Did Charlotte write the story?
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not
We're
at
gonna go
all.
have a chat with
They were in
Charlotte.
some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. But this time is different.
Why?
Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once.
I wonder who
They
that
even went
was.
so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
I wonder who that was. Uther.
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It was Uther.
It seems your rival really
Wasn't it?
pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
Uh-oh, scandalous. A scandalous photo.
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
No, please don't tell me like that, Charlotte. That can't be. Charlotte wouldn't do something like that. I just don't see her doing that. But yeah, she did. She did throw somebody on their butt yesterday.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Uther again.
Uther, I told you.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Yes, let's see it. Oh, it's a story. A Chiori boutique located within our good court of Fontaine claims to be a clothing store with a unique style. But there's another side to this tale for those few who look beneath that facade. Sources in the Fortress of Meripede say that not a few criminals have boasted of wearing Chiori's boutique's clothes. I just felt that the atmosphere in there suited me, convicted felon Lyle said. These words met with wide approval from many of his fellow inmates. Our sources also stated that a prisoner who was recently convicted of violent conduct and battery also openly supported Chiori's designs a year ago. Upon close investigation of Chiori's many suppliers, we discovered that there is something more to the discovery that criminals favor its wares. The boutique is in truth comparable to an invisible hand, like a spider's web that connects these evildoers. Our investigations show that the Winger family supplies the ornaments that adorn her designs, and a certain number of this household is a frequent guest at the fortress. But do birds of a feather not flock together? Not only that, but many customers have also been subject to rough treatment at Chiori. Oh my god. Mr. Valerian had this to say, a real brute, that one. Never mind refusing to tailor my clothes. Why she seized her scissors and began wrecking them and threw me out the window. A clothing store, more like a thieves' lair if you ask me. So this is talking about, remember when during, was it her character teaser, right? Where she threw the guy out the window and Chev showed up and was like, what happened? And she's like, not much. This is that. This is referencing that part where she like held the scissors up to his neck and all that stuff. She got angry. because he was like yelling at the woman that was in there. Doubtless, many of you have wondered why the glass at Chiori's boutique often shatters with a loud crash, leaving behind a terrifying mess. Mr. Valerian's unfortunate encounter unveils the truth. Just the day before this report was going to print, another such act of brutal battery occurred on the streets. Just imagine, if you would, the scene playing out as depicted in the photo above. Chiori, her countenance terrifying as she grabs her competitor, Mr. Uther, by the scruff, making threatening gestures towards him. This incident was ultimately broken up by guards who reached the scene. When we asked criminals why they appreciated this brand, the answer was that Chiori employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty. Perhaps those who purchase clothes from this establishment may, following this establishment's philosophy, prefer to liquidate those with whom they have disagreements. Is Chiori's boutique indeed a place blindly flattered by fashionistas that keeps an exclusive clientele of crooks? Ooh, man, that's a good story. Well, that's a bad story, but it's well written.
Behind the scenes, the true Chiori boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty.
Dude. Oh, she's pissed. Oh, she like sucked through her teeth. She is not a happy camper.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
But Uther harassed Chiori first. First, he even hired some goons to attack her courier. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
Let's go have another chat with him.
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon, but it can't be helped now.
What are you going to do?
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
She just doesn't put up with people's BS is all.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes.
Could be.
But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two, especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
What is she going to do? We're going to have to do something.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
Yeah. Come on, Winger.
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this, but my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
I understand.
So what are we going to do?
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year.
No, that's what they
Need
want.
to wait for all of this to blow over.
No, that's what Uther wants.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Yeah. Her eyes,
Have you ever
dude.
thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Ooh, man, she's sassy.
Fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
We'll be your models.
Understood. Take care.
No problem. We'll walk the runway for you.
So, what should we do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
You would think, Paimon.
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room. I should have seen it from the beginning. Uther knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
It doesn't look like she's heading back. Charlotte, you. We need to have a discussion. Were you the one that
Paimon!
did the story?
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
Yes, did you do that?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh?
Yeah.
Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory.
Okay, so it wasn't her.
Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims.
Well, there you go.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
Yeah.
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite.
Oh, cute.
Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She went that way? Like, we don't know. She just walked off. She's so mad.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to hit that. My bad. Where'd she go? Chiori.
Oh no, we've lost her.
Where did you go?
Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
Oh, this is all Uther's fault.
It is.
Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could. Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
Probably.
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
And where'd she go? She went somewhere.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, there's so many really interesting theories on this game. I love it. Yeah, I agree.
Alof, we're back!
Hi, Alof.
Oh,
You seen Chiori?
This?
Hi. This is Miss Letitia. She's also
Letitia.
here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Hey, let's go.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and I told her everything. She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well. She promised that I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
That's what she said at the beginning of the story quest.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on. My fiancé happened to walk into the room, and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
Froze on the spot? Did he get cold feet?
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue.
It freaked him out.
He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Look at Chiori being best girl. Look at that.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
Chiori's so nice.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Yeah, where'd she go?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Maybe she went like home.
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
Oh, let's go.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
Let's go look for her.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
And we're on the way.
There you are, Chiori.
Hey, what are you doing up here? You okay?
How did you know where Olaf told you, didn't she?
Well, this is a very pretty place. I mean, I wouldn't mind just chilling out up here.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop, and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me?
Yes.
The view's quite stunning.
I would love to. It's pretty high up. It doesn't look like there's a lot of space. What are you talking about? We can sit up against the wall.
Sorry about that. I'm the only one here most
There's
of the time.
space right there. I'd be a little terrified I might slip and fall, but we're gonna hang out with Chiori up here on this cliff. She's beautiful, dude. She is so pretty. Look at Fontaine. It's such a great location.
Well, how does it feel?
Feels great.
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Oh, it's so pretty, man. This is going to be her thumbnail image, I think. I'm going to use this as her thumbnail. Flip it around.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family.
I did.
My parents would joke that
Sorta.
I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Oh my god.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
She's assertive. I love it.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things.
That's a good look for her. That's going to be the thumbnail right there.
On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call. Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
Man, attitude must have really hurt you there. I mean, your assertiveness. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean?
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely.
You would think.
Of course. As I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple.
Well, I
Least of
know.
all, fashion.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Chiori. Well, I know someone who absolutely adored your designs and dreamed of wearing one at her wedding.
Oh, you mean Letitia?
Yes.
Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. All right, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
We got this.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
She just needed a couple minutes just to bring it all back together. We all have to do that sometimes. Sometimes you just need to walk away from a situation, gather yourself, empty your mind, and then just get back into it. I do that all the time.
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say
Okay.
I wasn't upset, didn't I?
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uther wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring,
She
I won't
has.
stop her either.
She has. She's got your back. We got your
I know where
back.
Uther's clothing factory is located.
Ooh.
It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Are we gonna commit felonies? Breaking and entering,
Sounds good.
grand larceny.
As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back.
Yeah. What are we gonna do though? What's she gonna do? It'll work out.
The sea.
The sea.
What did you just say, Chiori?
The sea?
The sea. Seashells, coral.
Oh, I see where you're going.
I've got it.
You want us to go collect seashells?
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Oh, we're gonna go for a swim.
Chiori! Wait, hold up!
Let's go swimming with Chiori.
These should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area.
Okay, question. How are we talking underwater? All right. How? Shouldn't we be like...
Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
Okay.
Great! So are we some new designs?
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back.
All right, let's go back. You return to the boutique with Chiori. And
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it if I skip out on sleep.
I do that all the time. Sleep? Who's that?
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Sounds pretty similar to one we've had with Ganyu before. I guess going after what you want means making certain sacrifices. Yep, good old Ganyu.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, you haven't met Ganyu. You two would get along great.
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime?
She does.
Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Yeah.
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
Why? I just set them out.
You got it. Wait, what did you just say?
I just put them all out.
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric and the smaller pieces for accessories. If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits.
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Ooh, she is determined.
Okay, then here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you.
Okay.
Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
I believe her too. Oh, she means literally. Tear them up. Okay. Wow, we are literally running roughshod in her shop right now. Like, just tearing everything up. Wow.
Good job. That should do it.
Okay.
Chiori, are you all right?
Navia!
I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop?
Hey, Navia, how are you doing? I adore you. How are you? How's it going? How's your day?
Who did this? Those monsters.
No, we did it.
You in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
She's pissed. Look at Traveler and Paimon scared to death of her.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
I was the one who did it, boss. Please go easy on us.
Huh?
Yeah, it was us.
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the Traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now. Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say anything.
Dude, the outfits in Fontaine are insane. I love Navia's outfits. I love it. Nouvelette's, Farina's, Chiori's. The outfit designs have just gotten better and better.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
I can only imagine what Natlan's gonna look like.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored here.
Hey, did your outfit get tailored by Chiori?
No, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work?
Ooh, there you go.
I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem.
Help us out,
I've got a few
Navia.
of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show.
She ain't gonna.
When are you going to get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon,
Uh-huh.
could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll
Sure.
need their help as well.
Man, we're gonna get the whole crew together for this. Lenny, Lynette, the House of the Hearth is getting involved. Navia, we got Charlotte on the case. Man, we're just pulling everyone. Can we call up Farina and Nouvelette? Well, Farina's on vacation. She deserves one. But how about Nouvelette? What can he do? He's a sovereign. Gladly.
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss
See?
Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique?
Charlotte, it's okay. Calm down.
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Not this again.
Yeah, sorry, Chiori. You're the one that told us to do it.
Lenny, Lynette! Great, you're both here.
Hey, guys, how are y'all doing?
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
This is before Arlecchino Story Quest, though, so I gotta keep that in mind.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori.
Man, they were already on the way.
She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh, perfect. She was the one who sent us.
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help.
Yeah,
Just say
we
the
don't know.
word and we'll take care of it.
We don't know what that something is, though.
Okay, so it's like this.
She didn't tell us. She just said she wanted us to go get them. Is the plan
Is that
planning
all we'll
again?
need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it. Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Uther's been doing, right?
Let's go.
Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
She'll figure it out.
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uther fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like,
A two-pronged approach?
Yeah.
Courtesy first, confrontation second.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Something like that.
I swear, I think me and Paimon share the same mind.
Understood. Then we'll have
Sometimes.
faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
Sounds good.
All right, we're
Can't wait.
counting on you.
Love Lenny and Lynette. Have fun, guys. Oh, they're amazing.
Then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Uther's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then.
Let's go.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
I'm sure she'll be fine. Let's go.
Oh, you're here.
Hey, Chiori, how's it going? Let's go get this info.
How are the new outfits coming along?
This evidence.
You look kinda tired.
It's been 2 days.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Alof.
Okay,
We should be able to make tonight's show.
let's do it.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uther has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay, Paimon totally
Breaking
gets
and
that this
entering
all
it
his
is.
fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just barge in like this?
We're gonna be felons again.
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can't stop by for a tour. We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
Sure. Yeah, that's what we'll say.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, Nuvolat will think the same thing.
Anyway, Uther's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Let's go.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
All right. Ooh, it's really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
Let's go.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Wow. This place is massive. How is this in like that area of Fontaine? Looks tiny.
Welcome,
on the
dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please follow me, dear guests.
Is this like the robot from Fallout or something? Like what? That's what it reminds me of. Okay, follow you. Massive, huge. This place is.
This place is filthy. Are the clothes from Uther's shop seriously made here?
Look over there.
Just straight up garbage, sewage.
That water looks super nasty. Oh, Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
Want to go for a swim?
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uther?
So he was actually the one who opened an underground factory.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
Are we saying that the clothes are like radioactive?
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
What?
That's terrifying. Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
And take all the pictures. Paimon's, please.
You won't be able to try and deny anything in court. All right, let's keep going.
Let's go.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too.
It does.
What?
Paimon.
What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
He wants to trap us in the factory. We're locked in. He knew we was here.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Used to be partners? Why?
But you're practically at each other's throats. Now you're telling us you used to work together?
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal, so we decided to work together. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uther's confidence disappeared little by little. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of, and we parted ways.
Okay.
For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of. In the end, well,
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uther gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy stuff.
Sounds like it.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiori Boutique, he's harassed me every year since.
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Yeah, Paimon, you tell her.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first.
Yeah, what are we going to do about that?
Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Okay, let's go push a bunch of buttons. What about this one? We're going to blow up his factory? Self-destruct sequence has been activated. T-minus. Yeah. We are. It is self-destruction sequence. Oh my god. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. Whoops.
No, my sword.
That's funny. Wow, she just took everybody down.
Solidify.
Everybody stay.
2 seconds. Oh, that's great, man.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out.
Let's
Maybe
go.
We can use the.
We're getting out of here.
Finally, the entrance. At last.
Yes, we made it. Oh no, we didn't. I spoke too soon. And it'll be all right. We can take care of these guys. No problem. Easy peasy.
Oh, those
Uther.
chambers couldn't hold you, I see. What a surprise.
What's up, brother?
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory. You're
Yeah.
not getting away this time, Uther.
That's right.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
What are you gonna do? Kill us? Oh, he's giving us a round of applause. Oh no, he's not. He's just telling his robots to kill us.
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
What? Destroying Chiori Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce, a carnival of ignorance.
You know what your problem is, Uther? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
That's right, Chiori. You tell him. Good morning, Jay. How are you? Welcome in. How's your day? Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing awesome.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal, but it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uther. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all. You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. You regret giving up on your dream.
Chiori calling him
you
out.
stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice.
I love it.
This whole thing, Uther. It's pathetic.
Pathetic? Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Tibet by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
Oh, let's have a fight. I want to see her kick his ass.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools. But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
You...
He has a gun. He literally has a gun. Chiori, you go first. You've got a show to catch. Yes, get out of here.
Yeah, just leave this guy to us.
We got this.
No, you go instead.
Oh God, she's gonna murder him.
But he has a gun.
That's what I said.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan.
You're bringing a knife to a gunfight, Chiori.
I'll deal with him.
Oh.
Some lessons are best delivered in person.
Can we watch? Can we watch you give him this lesson? Stay safe. All right.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
Yes. Did she just like hit that with her?
Back all this time because of our past partnership, Uther. But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
Dang.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this, if I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy.
Very true. Yes.
Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
Let's go. Fight. Cutscene. What's happening?
The Chiori brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chiori Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
An enduring, never say die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
Did Chiori not...
Oh, the art style on this is really good. That's so good.
Lights, cameras, over here, please.
let the show begin.
Yes.
The world may change, fashion along with it, but Chiori will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chiori caters to no one, not even the times.
Where are we getting these skins?
Chiori will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget.
Yo! Dude, the art style is so good.
Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Dude, that art style was fantastic. That was really good. After the fashion show, everyone returns to Chiori Boutique. Dude, that was great. That was great.
How about this?
I loved that, man. The art style was good. The music was great. It was cute. It was lively. Dude, we need those skins. Like, we need those skins on those characters. On like Lynette, Lenny, Kirara, Navia.
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Look at her. She's got the whole band here.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that it shows that she's got friends. You know what I mean? Like, Chiori's a new character. She was basically brand new when this came out. Nobody knew anything about her. And it shows that she's got friends. Like, she's part of Fontaine. She's got friends in Fontaine. She's got friends in Inazuma like Kirara. And I think it's really good that they got her involved with the other characters to show that she's actually established in this world and not just some random character that they kind of threw in to the mix. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Even though we haven't seen any of the other characters mention Chiori until now. Does that make sense? I mean, I know there was something in the event that they did in Fontaine, but I didn't get to play the event, so I don't know what it was about or anything. I need to go back and watch that event to see what it was like. But yeah, she's a part of Fontaine. It makes her feel like she's been a part of Fontaine the entire time. We just haven't seen her.
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about...
The Hangry Bird.
The Hangry Bird.
The Hangry Bird. Look at Kurama's face.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
And a bit cramped.
Miss Chiori,
Oh, that's
I'm done
funny.
taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Love Charlotte. I love all these characters. Kurama, Charlotte, Lenny, Lynette. Chiori's been fantastic in this quest.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
What about something other than a costume?
Yeah, what about us? Traveler needs another skin.
Thank you, Chiori. It's much appreciated.
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
About that.
What?
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and
Look at
we'll push
Paimon's
it all
face.
the way out of Fontaine.
Paimon and Traveler. I know you can't see Traveler. He's behind my head, but Paimon. Oh my god. The glasses, love. I love the glasses on Navia.
What? No, that's so embarrassing.
Oh, that's not what you said, Kirara. Glad to hear you've toned it down this time.
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Of course.
Chev!
Just hold on a second.
Chev's back.
Disrupting public order at the show, appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization, using weaponry in public, hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Chev. No clue.
Chevreuse, we can explain.
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, Chev's on our side.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? You nearly scared me half to death.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Cendra, and the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
I agree, Chiori. Yeah.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
Hey, more macarons.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
You know him well.
I love Chiori. She's so good.
Thanks again, Chevreuse.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing.
Uh-oh.
That was really quite an amazing show.
We're glad you enjoyed it. It was amazing. She's not wrong.
You don't say.
All right, all right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast.
You know we do.
Come on, we're leaving.
You know we do. Paimon wants free food. If you're offering free food, she'll be there.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view?
Yes.
I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Place with the view?
The cliff, Paimon.
That's what you mean. Sure, no problem.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
All right, we'll see you there.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No, don't apologize. You're never late for anything.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
What is it? A new pair of underwear.
Wow, a brooch!
Well, that's cool.
Chiori boutique too. Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
Look at Paimon.
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'll take good care of it.
You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side.
That's what friends do.
There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win, even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
But you got friends. You got the whole Fontaine crew.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual.
That's right, and you shouldn't.
I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Yes, food.
Oh, yes.
Cake.
Of course.
Macarons.
But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while longer.
It is really pretty up here, man.
You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
Oh. Dude, that was fantastic. That was great. I think they did a good job with her story quest, even though, like I said, she's pretty much a brand new character. They really established her in Fontaine. Like, she's got friends in Fontaine, how she got to Fontaine, how she became a fashionista from Inazuma. They really established her character, and I thought that was great. I think they did a great job on her story quest. And I feel like that's kind of what they need to do, is just establish their personalities, you know, talk about their past and their history and all that stuff. And she got into the middle of a crisis and helping her out with this crisis. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. It was a really, really good story quest. It's not my favorite story quest, don't get me wrong, but it's up there. It's up there. It's one of the better ones. It's definitely one of the better ones. So I really, really enjoyed that, man. Chiori is a badass character. She doesn't take any BS, but she's got feelings at the same time. I thought it was
Something
great.
you wish to report?